All right, let's talk about a World Series performance that was so much more than just a win. We're going to dive into how one pitcher, with all the pressure on the world on his shoulders, didn't just win a game. He completely changed the entire complexion of the biggest series in baseball.
So let's set the scene here. The Dodgers are on the road. They're already down 0-1. You lose this game and you fall into that dreaded 0-2 hole, which is just a nightmare to climb out of. The stakes could not be any higher. This is exactly the kind of game that defines a championship run, and the Dodgers handed the ball to their guy.
And man, what a matchup we had. On one side, you've got the Dodgers ace, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. On the other, Toronto's stud, Kevin Gausman. I mean, look at those numbers. We're talking about two absolute workhorses, the guys you want on the mound in a must-win game. The stage was set for a classic, old-school pitcher's duel.
Okay, so let's start with the Blue Jays' half of that duel, because for the first 6 innings, Kevin Gausman wasn't just good. He was practically untouchable. Gausman's plan was so simple, but it was absolutely devastating. He really only used 2 pitches, a high-octane 4-seam fastball, you see he threw it almost 60% of the time, and he paired it with this wicked diving splitter. He basically dared hitters to guess, up or down, and for 6 innings straight, they kept guessing wrong.
And that splitter, my goodness, it was basically a ghost pitch. A 61.5% whiff rate, that is just ridiculous. He throws it out of the exact same arm slot as his fastball, and then, poof, it just falls off the table. 5 of his 6 strikeouts came on that one pitch alone. It was unhittable. You know, after he gave up 1 run in the first inning, Gausman just went into total lockdown mode. He sat down 17 batters in a row. Through 6 innings, he was cruising on just 65 pitches. He looked completely unbreakable up there. And then, the 7th inning happened, and this is where a brilliant masterpiece just completely shattered in what felt like a blink of an eye.
You can see how fast it all fell apart. It started with a warning shot. Freddie Freeman hit one to the deepest part of the park that got caught right at the wall. Then, the first crack. Will Smith turns on a fastball for a go-ahead solo shot. After a strikeout, you think he might escape, but nope. The break. Max Muncy hits another one out. And just like that, a 1-1 tie is a 3-1 Dodgers lead. And Gausman's incredible night is suddenly over.
So now, with the lead, all eyes shift to the other ace on the mound. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto didn't just protect that lead, he used it as fuel to build something truly historic. And right here, you see the total difference in approach, right? While Gausman was coming at hitters with a 2-pitch hammer, Yamamoto was conducting a 6-pitch symphony. A splitter, a 4-seam, a curveball, a cutter. He was constantly changing speeds, changing movement. It was impossible for hitters to get comfortable. They had no idea what was coming next. And the result of that masterpiece? 9 innings. A complete game. To give you some context here, the last time anybody threw a complete game in the World Series was all the way back in 2015. In today's game of specialized relievers, this just doesn't happen. It was a genuine piece of baseball history. And the crazy part is, he seemed to get stronger as the game went on. After his team gave him the lead, he trots out for the 7th and gets 3 straight groundouts on just 8 pitches. Then he comes out for the 8th and just punches out the side. By the 9th, he was in total command, and there was no way anyone else was finishing that game. And this, right here, is why this performance was so much bigger than just one win. Look at the ripple effect. The Blue Jays had to burn through 3 relievers, tiring out their key guys. The Dodgers, they used 0. Yamamoto single-handedly gave his entire bullpen a day off. That's like a strategic cheat code in the middle of the World Series. It's a massive advantage. So that brings us to the big question, right? Yamamoto didn't just tie the series up. He went into a hostile stadium, silenced the crowd, completely reset his team's bullpen, and grabbed all the momentum. So it really makes you wonder, did he just win Game 2? Or did that one historic performance actually win them the entire World Series?